You know how I feel. 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 Done a new day, a new life begins. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. A new life begins. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. You know how you know.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Trouble T Roy. Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Back with another one. And it goes. So, I wasn't even going to talk about this shit. I wasn't going to talk about it, but so many people are talking about it that it's kind of like something that I feel like I need to address, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I feel like it's something I need to address because it's kind of bothering me, for a lack of a better term. Deontay Wilder fans is going to get him really messed up at this point. I am under the agreement of anybody who says that he should retire. I really believe he should retire. I think he's done enough for the heavyweight division and enough for the sport, at least the things that he did do. He didn't do everything we wanted him to do, but he did enough. And my whole thing is people are still, I'll say, is a certain content creator that's saying that he should have like 10 more fights or something like that. Something crazy like that. Let him have all tune-ups, and as he gradually starts with one, just gradually go up in skill of opponents, basically. He even mentioned having a fourth Fury fight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 4. For him to retire, basically. Retire out of that fight. And I'm just sitting here like, come on, man. Just let that man... I just don't think it even makes... It doesn't make sense for him to keep fighting. Keep getting beat. And this content creator's reasoning for why he believes he should continue fighting, or basically really wants him to continue fighting, because nobody in their right mind believes that he needs to keep fighting. But his reasoning is that he feels that Wilder hasn't had enough tune-ups since why is that hard to say? Tune-ups since his losses to Tyson Fury. Basically, that's his whole thing. He feels like they keep on using this term. They keep throwing him in the fire. They keep throwing Deontay Wilder in the fire. That doesn't make sense. Deontay Wilder had over 40 tune-ups in his career. And the first time he steps up, he can't get it done. The second time he steps up, he can't get it done. The third time he steps up, he can't get it done. Okay? He comes back and fights another tune-up, which was one of his gym mates, sparring partners, or whatever. Beats him, which I thought was kind of fishy the way that the fight ended, because he looked bad in the fight for that first round before he landed that right hand. And then steps up again to another top fighter, can't beat him, and comes back, steps up again to another top fighter, can't beat him. So my thing is, you didn't have 40 plus tune-ups as far as I'm concerned in your career. How many more tune-ups do you need before you realize that you just can't? I shouldn't say you as a Deontay. His fans realize that he's just not a guy with enough skill to beat the top guys at the top level. He just ain't that. I mean, I don't understand why people keep on pushing him. I mean, his biggest fights before Tyson Fury was what? Luis Ortiz. Who did Luis Ortiz fight? You know? Who did he fight? Everybody tried to give him all this credit for beating Luis Ortiz twice. Who did Luis Ortiz fight before he fought Deontay Wilder? Honestly, I don't think I know any names. He definitely ain't fought no top names. I mean, they moved him up to be a contender just for Deontay Wilder, from what I remember. So I don't understand what it is. He's just not that skilled. He never was. He was never that skilled. Everybody talk about, oh, you know, he lost his fire after he got beat by Tyson, after getting knocked out by Tyson Fury. But no, he's the same fighter he was before that he is today. Same fighter. Same fighter. Fire wasn't going to make him any better. Fire never made him a great fighter. He was just put in the ring with a bunch of nobodies. That's simple. Until he finally tried to cherry pick Tyson Fury and got his ass whooped. Twice. Some people say 3 times. I mean, he chose to duck Anthony Joshua for an undisputed fight to get in there and bring Tyson Fury out of retirement off the couch, is what he said. Because he was looking like a house. And that backfired 3 times. Not just once, not just twice, 3 times. People say that he probably should have won the first fight. Yeah, well, he did it. But he sure didn't win the next 2 after that against Fury either. You know, he's just not a skilled fighter like that. He was a fighter with one punch. Strong. One strong right hand. A strong right hand. If he landed on you, well, I mean, see, that's another thing. People bring up the power. His devastating power. Me personally, I don't think his power is as devastating as people tried to make it seem, because you couldn't stop Tyson Fury. You couldn't stop Zhang. You couldn't stop Parker. All the top guys that you fought, you couldn't stop. So what does that really mean about his power? I keep saying you like I'm talking to him, but I'm talking to the fans. What does that say about his power? Because y'all want to talk about devastating power, this devastating power. If he lands on you, you're out. Well, every top guy that he fought, he couldn't stop. So what does that really say about his power? At the top level, obviously, it's not there, because he landed on these guys. He landed on these guys. We seen it. And what did they do? Tyson Fury got back up. Parker never went down. Zhang never went down. Every time he steps up to fight a top guy, he gets beat. He can't knock them out. What does that really say about his power? Is it that devastating if you're not knocking out the top guys? I mean, come on. If you're landing and not stopping them, come on. I ain't saying he ain't got power. I'm just saying this devastating power, that comparing him to George Foreman and Mike Tyson and stuff like that. Like, cut that out. And once again, y'all want to talk about, oh yeah, the fire. He doesn't have the fire anymore. He doesn't have that fire in him anymore. It's like, but no, he's just not that good, and he's not as powerful as you guys make him out to be. That's all it is. And it's a possibility, yeah, after losing to Tyson Fury twice, it's a possibility he's not motivated. That's a possibility. I'll give him that. I mean, nobody's ever the same after getting knocked out like that. And we know that in boxing. Nobody's ever the same after getting stopped like that. So yeah, I could see him losing his motivation, his fire, but his fire never made him a skilled fighter in the first place. Skills is what pay the bills. Ain't that what we say? Skills pay the bills? That's what I always thought. Skills pay the bills, and he ain't got the skills. Sorry. He should retire. He ain't got the skills to be at the top level like that. He never did, because when he finally, after 47 fights, when he finally took a chance and thought he was going to have it easy, he got beat. Every time. Skills. Lack of skills. He just ain't got it like that. Any real boxing fans or anybody who really knew things about boxing knew he didn't have the skills. We've been saying it for years. As soon as he gets in there with the top guy, he's probably going to get beat. Don't get me wrong, back in 2018, 19, when him and Anthony Joshua was supposed to unify all the belts at the heavyweight division, I would have gave him a better chance of beating Anthony Joshua. I actually, at that time, had it 50-50 because I was like, I haven't seen Deontay Wilder in the ring with a top guy, so let's see if that power carries up to the top level against Anthony Joshua. But guess what he did? He ducked Anthony Joshua just to get Tyson. Deontay Wilder was very athletic. We can't take that away from him. But athleticism doesn't equal skills. Especially if you're not training the way you should be. This man years ago admitted that he doesn't do jump roping, he doesn't run. Things like that, things that really do matter in the sport, really in any sport, to be honest. This man is over here in the workout dodging the pogo stick or whatever that was dude kept shooting at his face. Like, come on, man. If you're not working on the fundamentals of the sport, I mean of any sport. We're talking about boxing now, but any sport, then you're probably not gonna be the best. It's rare that people don't work on the fundamentals of a sport and end up being the best at it. That's very rare. And honestly, it's so funny because I can't think of a time where I thought Deontay Wilder looked impressive in the gym. Never. He's always doing this crazy shit. Spinning around, dancing, stuff that don't even make sense. Trying to lift heavy or bench weights. You know, 245? I don't know what he was trying to bench, but it's like, dude, come on, you're working on the wrong stuff. You need to be working on the fundamentals of the sport. Not trying to bench heavy. Come on, man. Every time I've seen him in the gym, I'm laughing because it's hilarious. He looks funny. He ain't doing what he should be doing. It's hilarious to me. But it just don't work like that. Being athletic doesn't mean you're going to be the best. You know? And people always, oh man, you see him in the gym, you see him working out, man, that's vintage Deontay Wilder right there. He gonna come back and he gonna shock the world. It's like, man, stop it. He looked just as goofy as he always did. I'm sorry, not to be talking mess, but he's always looked goofy in the gym. And people really tried to egg him on, like, yeah, you know, he gonna, man. Anyways, I just had to get that out. Deontay Wilder needs to retire. That's my last thought. Don't get hit, boxing talk. This Trouble T. Roy. Subscribe, share, comment, like, all that good shit. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.